More about the future of your business, and also for anyone watching, what it really takes to be an entrepreneur, because you're branching out into these digital products. I guess there's more cookbooks in the way. What is the future of the Happy Pear?
I think happiness.
Okay.
I think happiness is where, we're probably the tip of the spear for the business. And I guess what's our true north at the moment, which is more relevant to everyone, is we all want to be happy. At the root of Brian Rose is, I want to feel good in my body. I want to feel confident, comfortable, and happy, whatever the hell that means to each person.
Pleasure, avoid pain.
Yeah, so I think that's to explore that. We're working on various projects in terms of that. That's
But more specifically, less
more specific,
ephemeral.
Okay, more specifically, yeah.
At the moment, we're kind of working with Waitrose in the UK, and it's wonderful. And we're kind of doing more writing with them and recipes with them. We're kind of enjoying YouTube and kind of, I guess, moving more. We've probably shot about 400 videos, and we're exploring the idea of kind of longer format vlogs around topics around business, as in how to create a brand, how to write a best-selling cookbook, topics like this where they're more value-based, and they're moving away necessarily from recipes and more into kind of lifestyle aspects.
I was going to point with two things. A community farm is one thing, which our younger brother's, we've got a smaller farm, but he wants to raise a few million and build a community farm. That's an example, using really kind of commercial Dutch principles, turning them into organic biodynamic principles. So really using modern technology, making it to be a public space where people can come up and see it, and schools come up and learn from it, and provide food, like a CSA for the local community.
What's
and
CSA mean?
Community supported agriculture, where, for example, our small town of Greystones, people buy in at the start of the season. They put up to, Brian Rose spends €250, and he's got his vegetable box each week is delivered to him of local veg. Each month, Brian Rose and his family can come up and explore their farm because he's got a stake in it.
And pick their
Everyone's happier and healthier. They meet friends. They go pick tomatoes in tomato season. It's a very happy world. There's a local drug rehabilitation centre. They come up once a month. They do some weeding because it's good for, and there's so many different positive aspects that can benefit society.
It's funny how we're re-engineering communities that probably existed 500 years ago.
Oh, totally.
Boom.
It's like the Fight Club thing, right? Where you go and you get the job so you can live in the one-bedroom apartment alone in the sky, and then you lack.
And then you're on social media to connect.
And you go down and punch guys in the face in the basement. That's Fight Club, right? But it's weird how we're re-engineering these communities based on things that maybe we used to do. Like you said, having relationships with different age group people in your community.
Yeah,
that's so important too.
And even looking at kind of Blue Zone research, where happiness, an indicator of happiness is the amount of face-to-face interactions you have during a day. And a lot of American society is set up via cars, so it's hard to have that. Whereas in Little Greystones, I'm in a fortunate position where I walk and you bump into people, and strangers suddenly become people and then they suddenly become friends, and then they're someone that you're minding their kids or they're minding your kids, and it really builds this closeness and a sense of knitting. I thought a friend was reading an interesting book recently, and they told me about this guy who took his garden, took down the fence, put in a public bench there, and put in swings. And he said it was just phenomenal, the impact it had on the community. Suddenly people walking past might sit on the bench, and he'd walk out and they might have conversations, and stranger became people they know and friends, and it just helped provide this nexus with which people could.
And it's interesting,
connect.
if you think of the symbol, almost like a symbol of success in Western culture is you've got the big house with the big garden, with the fences and the gates and your own stockpile, and then you're lonely, And it's and if you look at, I remember when I was 21, I lived in South Africa. I was training to be a golf pro. And I remember I found it so strange, the kind of discrepancy in terms of how people lived. And I remember I was friends with the black guard I became good friends, and it was come stay. And he was like, I live in this hut, in this total, slum. And I was like, cool, can I come stay with you? And I was fascinated. And I went to it, and I couldn't believe the amount of life. It was bubbling up with life and joy and music and dance. It was oh my God, you guys are so rich, and here I was living up with this white, community that was, it was much more, it wasn't quite as vibrant and alive.
People always say, I want to get rich and buy an island. And it's why do you want to be on an island? You're alone. What is the rest of the community?
And then you got to fly your friends in,
Yeah, and I remember I was down some Greek island or something one time, and everybody was partying in this club, and there was someone out with their private yacht, and they were out in the water, and I was like, what are you doing out there? The party's over here.